So when you look up what the action is on this, there's like a million different debates going on online. This is the PSA Rock. It is chambered in 5.7 by 28. So if you notice, see how the slide and the barrel move, and then as it goes back far enough, it actually unlocks. So it's not a tilting barrel like stuff like this. Look at that sparkly paint job. So this is a PSA dagger, so it's a Glock copy. So watch that barrel. See, it tilts down in there. It's hard to do without blocking it. Tilts in there. So when the slide's all the way back, look at the angle of that barrel. So that doesn't happen on the, I think I've limp wristed it. We'll try it again. Oh man, look at that. I brought the Uzi so we can run it through the Uzi. All right, let's try to not limp wrist it. Works fine. Hold on, eventually I'll get back to the point I was trying to make. So, when that slides back, notice that barrel doesn't go up or down, it just stays. I mean, there's a little bit of play, but that's just how it is. So the problem you run into is if you want to suppress it. This is the Bowers USS. It's rated for 22 full auto and 5.7 and all kinds of anything smaller than that, basically. This weighs 8 ounces. So the problem you run into, because typically if you add I mean, you could shoot a bigger gun on here with a booster. We might actually try that because I do have a can with a booster. That's if you don't know what that is, that's basically like a spring device in here on a little piston that allows, when the slide wants to come back, it basically allows the can and the weight of the can to stay where it is, and the rest of it slides back a little bit, and then it basically catches up to itself and moves back. There's a bunch of videos about that online that are way better at explaining that. So the problem is, typically when you're in a small can, you can't really buy a booster for a small can like this. There's not enough room in there for anything to happen. And the can is so heavy that it has a hard time allowing the slide to do what it's supposed to do, because this is 8 ounces. So to solve that problem, what I did, which is really dumb, is I went out and bought a titanium 3D printed can that is like 4 ounces. So hopefully it will allow it to cycle. I say the problem with it is because it's a lot of money. The can was like 400 bucks. You know, and then you got $200 tax stamp. And then I also did something dumb. I couldn't really find any of these, so I bought it from a dealer in town, but that dealer wouldn't do it on a trust. So I had to transfer it to another dealer. So shipping was $80. Getting it to the other dealer, I had to pay them $100 for a transfer fee. So basically I'm in this like way more than what I should be into it. But hopefully it will cycle. I mean, it's super light. The thing that sucks real bad about it is it's 3D printed, so it's amazing. But you know, this one, you can take this one apart and basically clean all the baffles. This one, you get what you get. So it's a lot of money to spend on something and only use it on one caliber, because I'm not going to put 22 through here, because all that's going to do is just get it super nasty, and that fouling and stuff won't come out. So here's what we got. In the mag right now is this subsonic. Let me see if I can see a feet per second. I don't see one. 62 grain. So let's see what happens. Let's see if it, with the normal heavy can, see if we have issues. Typically it has issues. So it'll cycle a few and then it just doesn't work. Let's see what happens. See, Didn't even get the brass out. Let's try another one. I can't tell. Didn't get the brass out. So, let's make everybody mad. You're gonna shoot your hand off. Take that one off. Oh shit, ain't you like not supposed to show that on YouTube? Because they're stupid. This color combination is horrible, but I have another, like a flat dark earth, one of these, and I also have the FN57. I just haven't spent the $400 on the barrel for it yet, the threaded barrel. All right, let's see what happens. First shot out of this can. Getting better. I don't know if you can see that sparks. So allegedly, a lot of people say that these 3D printed titanium cans, the titanium kind of erodes as you shoot it. So basically what you see is sparks of molten titanium flying out of it. All right, let's see what happens. All right, what do we have? Man, sucks to spend that much money and then be like, okay, why is it not working? Is that one good? Nope. Let's check the next thing. Pretty lubed up, pretty clean. Smells good. Well, let me win the battle here. You're gonna see these sparks. Man, that thing puts out some heat too. That small can just absorbs a lot of that heat. Going back to the Bowers, we'll see what happens. So does that mean I just wasted, like, I don't know, let's do some quick math, like $800 on a can that doesn't solve the problem I was hoping it would solve? That one came out because it hit me in the hand, but it didn't, did I drop it? I had it in my hand and I dropped it. So there you go. Well, kind of bent it. We're gonna run it anyway. The hunt for a solution is still afoot. You know what I'm gonna do right now, while I'm thinking about it, while we're talking about it, I'm gonna put the booster in the other can and we'll see what happens. Run the 9mm can on here. See what happens. Maybe it'll cycle better. Maybe it won't. Give me a minute. This is a Hux Works, used to be called OSS Rad 9. So here's the problem I just ran into. So this is a 2 configuration can, so obviously it's in the full configuration. It unscrews here. The problem I got is when I just tried to, because you know the booster goes in this end, and I was gonna make it the short configuration so it's super light, see if it would work. When I go to take this off, it'll unscrew a little bit, and then as soon as the threads get to where they're actually trying to unscrew even more, it's just tons of carbon built up in there. So I can't get this end cap off to put on this piece. So probably what I'll do eventually is just order another end cap, so when I take this off I don't have to worry about fighting with this. I think it's due to it, not only to it getting shot and used, but it's a flow through design, so a lot of gas goes around it in there, maybe, I don't know. So right now I got it direct thread, so I took this mount. You can take the mount out. I had a 3-lug in there, so it just has a little 3-lug piece that goes in there, and now we put direct thread. So this can is still heavy, but we'll see if it'll work. It's going to be super weird on there being that big. And it's going to be loud because obviously it is made for a little projectile and it's got a huge hole. So we'll see what happens. See if it works. Did not send out the brass. Pretty quiet still though. It's actually like really quiet. So, let me show you what happens. How you get a channel strike. This will show you how the booster works. So this is what's called, this mount is what's called direct thread. So it literally just direct threads. I'm holding it out of view of the camera so they maybe will be nice to me. And then it's dropping on the ground, awesome, right into the sand. So this just goes in there and direct threads. So there's a huge chamber in there that allows you to put all kinds of things. So this is the booster. So it's just a spring and a piston looking thing. Uh-oh, hold on, I'm losing the battle. Oh, fuck. So now everything's super sandy. Ain't nothing like bolting together all your stuff with a bunch of sand on it. Why are you not going in? What's your deal? Fuck. Might have to actually clean it. Alright, we'll see. Messing up the threads in 3, 2, 1. Get that mag out because I'm going to be jerking on it to show you how it actually works. So now, watch this. See how it comes back. So that, in theory, should allow the gun to cycle and the barrel to go back a little bit. And if it was in its short configuration, it might work. It might work now. Let's try. Nope. It ejected it, but didn't put a new one in there. And now that one didn't even go in there. Alright, let's see what happened. What's your deal, magazine? Oh, the mag came out. Mag was all the way in. User error. Well, at least that one ejected. It just didn't, fuck. Well, you can't win them all. It's funny, it's coming out and just going like right there. And then that one did a fire to feed. It's not too bad, we'll use it. Man, I can't have it work at all. We're getting there. Damn, that one might have actually worked. All right, here's my theory. Less rounds in the mag, pushing up on the slide less, allow it to work. So let's put the titanium one on there and see if we can have some success. I'm gonna win the battle, hold on. Let's see what happens. So is that the winner? Man, that made a weird noise. So is the key less rounds? I'm gonna load up the magazine again and we'll try it. Fully loaded, 23 rounds, see what happens. 23 rounds, I know you can barely see it, but there's 23 rounds in there. So hopefully this fixes it. AKA, like, when I get a few rounds there, it'll start feeding. It's like bolt action. Getting better because I see it kind of tried to get that one out. So slide's working a little bit more. That one worked. So the key is to have a not as many rounds in the mag. Sorry, RV. You guys see that flash? Hold on, let me find something to hit. Man. All right, so what's happening? Let me show you. So when your magazine is in, and that round is there, it rides on that part of the slide. So like, I say the slide, but that's like the breech face and what you would consider the breech block. So it's pushing up on that, the rounds in the magazine. So that has to be, whoo, that thing gets hot. It has to be the, it smells like burning metal. That has to be the solution. So maybe, I don't know, I had to go back and watch the video. I didn't count how many it took, but obviously it took about half the magazine out before it would actually cycle. So it's like a California gun, 10 rounds, good to go, it'll cycle. No problem. Yeah, good times. PSA Rock with the Huxworks. What the hell is it called? Flow 22 titanium can. Awesome. That mofo is hot. New day. Was able to get the can into the short configuration. Trying it again. Will it cycle? Also gonna try the little one. So 23 rounds. The PSA Subsonics. Wish me luck. Sorry, you're gonna get motion sickness. There's so many things that go into play. You know, is there enough grease on your gun, on the rails for the slide to ride? Do you have enough grease on your booster? Because it has to pull in and out. I haven't greased the booster. It comes with like a white lithium grease, but I've only put, I don't know, probably less than like 500 rounds through the booster. Do you have enough grease in your magazine or oil in there to keep them rounds from hanging up? It's just so much stuff to try to get to work right. But this isn't like one of my, it's my setup in my bedroom next to my bed with the can on it, with the Bowers can. But when I have it like that, I got Supersonics in it. That way it'll just be a little bit quieter. But my main go-to in the house is an AR-15. All right, let's see what it'll do. Clearly it's running good with a few rounds out of the magazine. I think that just gives you age restriction now if you do that. That thing's warm. It's in my pocket. It's in its pocket right here. So 2 rounds left. Some of them are landing like in my chair, which is amazing because this thing sometimes slings it. Well, that's awesome. Just obviously can't load a full magazine, so you gotta be like, I don't know, probably 15 rounds. If you want to run this configuration, 15 rounds. What I'm probably going to do is just keep Supersonics in it and full load. Let me do that right now. We're going to load up some Supersonics and we're going to try it again. All right, 23 rounds of the Federal 40 grain Supersonic. This should work. Hold on. Let me get earplugs. All right, got the old plugs in. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Can't really tell where those are hitting. Hold on. All right, paper target. Gonna be aiming for the left side of it because the right side's kind of used. I can't really tell where they're going. Back to the metal target. I think they're all going a little bit right. Works decent. It's got to load one or two. I don't remember. We'll have to watch the footage and see. Thing smells so weird. Smells like burning titanium and rubber. Oh, I got 3 more rounds. They're just chilling. Got that California load of 3 rounds. And it took me a place out to see how loud it is. 3 rounds, I don't think it's gonna make me any more deafer than I already am. I'm gonna shoot it that way, so you see the sparks come out of the can. That one didn't work. See, the slide's not all the way. Let's see. Didn't extract that one at all, which is weird. And these are supersonics too. Good times.